Hello, welcome back to SEO Daily from Yeseo. We are your SEO podcast or video if you're on LinkedIn or YouTube. Anyway, I've got something really interesting to talk about today, and this is the fact that Google is not only favouring Reddit at the moment in search results, they're actually ranking them much faster. There's been a lot of fuss in SEO circles recently about the fact that Google now has an agreement with Reddit to basically use some of their data. I mean, I think it's probably upset people on Reddit more than anything else. And it was a niche kind of thing to worry about until today's news emerged. And I'm going to put a link in the show notes or in the video notes to a Search Engine Journal article that has facts. And the reason facts are important is that in SEO, we're often guilty of trying to spot trends where there might not be trends, and people say, well, I've got a feeling that this has an effect on ranking, or me mates, dads, brothers, whatever told me that this has definitely got, this thing definitely has an effect on ranking. But that's not always reality. Reddit posts appear to be ranking sometimes really quickly. So why is this such a big deal? Well, when you publish new content, you want it to get indexed. You want it to appear in the Google index. And a few years ago, we'd just sort of publish it, and if you had enough other people linking to you, you'd probably pop up at some point. But it's really difficult to get things to rank quickly. I mean, I was in a meeting recently, and somebody said, "Oh, I've got an event coming up in about a week. How can SEO help?" And I had to say, "Well, probably not a lot. Everything in SEO takes time. It's attritional. It's building things. It's foundations, then mortar, then bricks, and then you end up with a massive, glorious tower." So when somebody testing something on Reddit makes a post, and then I think it's 5 minutes later sees it ranked number 8 for that search term on Google, that's kind of wild. I mean, I'm not sure there's much we can do with this in terms of information, but it's going to make it a little bit more complicated when people say, how long does it take to get indexed? Not quite as straightforward, less straightforward than it was, unless you're going to publish all your content to Reddit, in which case it would appear it might be quite quick. So why is it so indeterminate when Google indexes things? It just relies on so many factors, but it always comes back down to one thing, as do a lot of things in SEO, and that's authority. If you're NASA and you're going to put out a news article about a new rocket ship that's probably going to get covered as an article on TV quite quickly, Google's probably going to rank that and index it quite fast. If you're a small ice cube collecting company, because why not, in Woodbridge in Suffolk, and no one visits your website and you've got no social presence, your news, Google's probably going to take their time to get around to it. So the more authoritative or important you are, the faster your stuff is likely to rank. But still not for like 5 minutes. That's incredibly quick. There's just so many other factors. I mean, how busy your niche is, how many competitors you've got. Are there big players in your niche? It really is the very epitome of that cliched SEO answer of that depends. So, as I say, not really much we can do about this, other than the fact it is pointing towards the future of Google, which a lot of us have been saying is likely to come soon, where everything's just going to speed up massively. So if you post an article, get people talking about it, you're more likely in coming years or months or possibly even days to appear in search much quicker. So what can you do at the moment to get yourself indexed quicker? Well, be popular, be authoritative. That's the obvious answer. In reality, there's a couple of things you can do, although I can't say for 100% that they are definitely going to speed up how fast you rank, but they're such easy things to do that you might as well do them, even if they're not definitely going to make a difference. And the first one is to post a link to your new page or article in Google My Business, now called Google Business Profile. This sort of dates back to like a semi-superstitious sort of crossing of fingers and tying a ribbon in a bit of your hair kind of sort of superstition, really, where we noticed many years ago in the days of Google Plus that Google was indexing and ranking sites, pages, and that had been posted about in Google Plus. It's kind of that we're playing the Google game, so Google might reward us. It's that. But the other tip, which is very much playing Google's game, although slightly too enthusiastic probably for Google's liking, and that's to submit pages in Search Console. Go to your Search Console profile, put the URL of your new page in the search bar at the top. Google will go off, stroke its chin, have a think, make a cup of tea, ponder, come back, scratch its head, and say, yeah, that page isn't in the index. Would you like to request we index it? At which point you say, yes, please index this page. And it goes, all right, let me see if I can index that. Goes off, makes a cup of tea, runs a bath, has a bath, gets out, stretches out on the bed, reads a romance novel for a bit, and then comes back and says, yeah, we've submitted that to the queue. At which point it's out of your hands, because who knows what else is in the Google queue. So here's my reaction. That's interesting. Not a lot's going to change. It's just an indicator that change is possibly coming. Right, thank you for listening and watching. I've been Andrew. I've said too many times, and I'm going to go now. Please like, subscribe, and I shall see you back tomorrow. I'm recording these on an app, and if I get a notification pop up, it blocks the end button. So that's why there's these funny little pauses at the end. See ya.